friends, it has been 1 year since I've moved into the cottage, and I thought I would do a little before and after video to show how far it has come in here. I feel like I'm still always futzing here and there, but for the most part, I think everything is finally settled in its place after 1 year. I think the kitchen took the longest to kind of come together because it's so small and I wanted it to be decorated and feel like me, but also had to make sure that I had enough storage space and, made sure that it was usable. So I think the kitchen took me the longest to figure out. And I think the living room was the first thing that kind of all felt pulled together. The couch was the first piece of furniture I had in here, and I did cover it with linens. I have a how-to on my FAQ playlist if you want to know how I did that. I always get questions about that. And I recently found a second armchair for this space, and once I found the second armchair, I felt like the living room was complete and it felt all tied together finally. Reflecting on this space is really wild because it was a year ago that I moved in here, but it feels like life before that was just like a completely different lifetime, yet it also feels like just yesterday. It always blows my mind how time works like that. But anyway, that was the bathroom. If you remember the bathroom when I moved in, it was like totally gray and depressing, but adding the wallpaper on the vanity really brightened up that space and just changed it completely. And my bedroom, I thrifted almost all the furniture except for the bed. I did not thrift the bed, but anything like the bedding and the bed itself and anything that isn't thrifted is linked in my Shop My, as always. However, a lot of stuff in here was hand-me-downs or thrifted or made by local artists or made by myself or made by friends. So if it's not in my Shop My, it's just your sign to go thrifting. Moving into the garden, I feel like the garden is maybe one of my favorite before and afters because it continuously changes with all the seasons, and so that's just fun to watch and experiment with like what works well growing here and what doesn't. I feel like now I kind of have a better sense of it after 1 year of living here. I gotta say though, now that I'm feeling quite settled in here, I feel like something is missing and I'm just looking for my next project. So I'm not sure what that's gonna be yet, but stay tuned and we'll see what happens next.